This is Tucker here with Tuck's Rods, and today I'm going to do a video on converting a Trifive Chevrolet onto a Caprice chassis. I've always kind of wanted to do that. I don't know if it's going to work out or not. I haven't seen a whole lot of information. I think it's been done, but you know, there's not a whole lot of details or anything on YouTube that I've seen with doing it. So I'm just going to show you what I've got going on here and probably film it along the way in case anybody else is wondering about doing something like this. But what I've got here is a 57 Chevrolet, two-door hardtop. She's got the typical rod in her. You know, as far as, it's a rough car. A lot of people would have probably took her to the salvage yard and had her crushed a long time ago. But, you know, if you're on a budget like I always have been and you're kind of wanting a entry-level machine, you can still pick up one of these for a fairly decent price, but you're going to have to worry about spending a lot of money on floors and, you know, heck, the frames are even rotting on these a lot anymore. So I'm thinking that by doing this conversion, it should be a way for a guy to save a lot of money and kind of get quite a few upgrades on the way. But a real problem on these Trifive Chevrolets is the floorboards in them. They just rotted to pieces. Of course, they're not a new car by no means. But as being the case with this one, not only is the floor gone, and they make a floor that's $900. It's really a nice deal with inner rockers, supports, and everything, which would be a option for sure. But then on this one, you know, you've got the added problem of a rusty frame, which is kind of becoming to be a pretty common problem too. I don't even know how this car is still holding herself up. As you can see, she's rotted out real bad here in front of the wheels. So, you know, versus buying all that new sheet metal, if you can come across the Caprice, I'm thinking the wheelbase is only off a little less than an inch. The guy might be able to use the floors and everything in that and get one of these Trifives going on a budget. And I'm sure there's quite a few purists out there that's going to probably give me hell about it, but you know, you're not really hurting anything when you start with a car that's in the shape of this one. So, I picked me up a donor vehicle the other day, and we'll go out and take a look at that. Well, here's the donor vehicle I was able to pick up, and it's not exactly a Caprice, but it's a 1995 Buick Roadmaster, which is on the exact same platform as the Caprice and the Cadillac Fleetwood during the same years. And on this one, I was lucky enough to get the lt1 in it. So, you know, it's going to be a double win. And you can pick these old cars up fairly cheap still. And this one happens to have decent floors and exhaust, so I'm already ahead. And back in the day, I used to run quite a few of these lt1s in the Camaros. And they were pretty impressive for what they are. So we're gonna get this unit off the trailer here and go out and see how good she runs before we do the Sawzall massacre on it. Well, I got my donor unit unloaded here and she seems to be pretty good other than the exhaust leak. So I was able to talk my old lady to come out here and film it, but she's not too thrilled about it. It's only 31 degrees here right now. And she also wasn't thrilled when I showed up with it last night. She wasn't exactly saying, honey, take me for a spin. So I better make it quick here. So I'm going to hand the camera over to her and we'll see what this old baby has.
Oh my God. He's gonna put it in the ditch. That boat is huge. Hold on, we got incoming traffic.
Well, my test of my donor unit worked out pretty good. I think it's, I scored in another way. It's got a posi traction rear end in it, and the old lt1 seems to be pretty strong. So I think we're going to carry on with this project. I'm going to begin the Sawzall massacre on it, and I'll keep you posted, and we'll make some videos along the way, and we'll go from there. So take care. Well, I just got done with my test, but I think I stirred the neighbors up here, so I kind of had to hide my unit over here, because I think somebody in a vehicle might have got excited and called the law on me. So I guess we'll keep you toasted on what's going on if I don't go to jail.